how to know God, see God, reach God. There are so many aspects of experiencing God. So, what today we are going to do is we try to see if atheists how they would look at.
As I said, each time we get a reply from God, we have to test and make sure it is from God, which comes by experience. Initially, we have to suspect each every word our near and dear speaks along with trying to recognize clues. Before all that we have to keep our heart pure and mind clean, which we will discuss in the next chapter. 13. How to keep our heart pure. This is the toughest part of friendship with God. I do not know if we have regularly keep our heart clean and pure. But like in a lake water, if we have ripples, we cannot see our reflection clearly. But if we have muddy water, we cannot see the objects at the bottom of water. Assume if there is mud at the bottom, even though there are no ripples at the top, we cannot see the objects at the bottom of the lake, while we can just see our reflection. This is a perfect example when we are agitated, we cannot see our true nature. That is why we have to get rid of emotions like anger, anguish, hate, jealousy etc. so that we can realize our real intentions, desires, wishes and true nature. However, unless we clean our past accumulated fear, greed and hatred, we cannot see God. For getting over the emotions, we have to learn equanimity and be calm even during turbulent period. If we can smile when someone criticizes us, we can say we are in control of our emotions. If we wait for some time, the ripples will disappear, whereas it takes more time for muddy water to settle down. Best is to clean the bottom. Now these are explained in ancient Indian spirituality as trigunas, like nature of man, and vasanas, like attitude. Trigunas are three qualities just like our nature. These are classified as soft, sharp and dull. Based on our nature, we react to situations. But all of us settle down after some time and regain our normal nature. Whereas vasanas are more deep. They are accumulated habits, similar to our attitude, which is acquired over many births and take long time to remove, make them clean. Instead of making this book more complicated, let us take a simple example. If somebody hates us, if we can easily forgive him, then we can say we are not only soft but have less accumulated vasana. Assuming we have become pure, means we react to situations without any bias, prejudice or past judgment. That means we look at all creatures with equanimity and love all and respect all, including their opinions, perceptions, judgments, actions. While it is difficult all the times, most of us can achieve this for a short time. At that time, we can easily converse with God, and best is sleep time. But during sleep, our awareness will be at lowest level. So if we can achieve calm and cool attitude and love all while we are awake, we can easily make friendship with all, then it is easy to make friendship with God. Most of the people who believe in God believe heaven or hell. For good actions we may get heaven, and for wrong actions we may get hell. By fear or desire to be rewarded, purity of heart and good actions are encouraged by all religions, though they may have differences. But what about atheists? Majority of atheists may not oppose purity of heart, but they do not believe the existence of God. We will briefly discuss atheists and go for God as per my definition. As I said earlier, this book applies to all faiths, religions including atheists. 14. Atheists and God. Why we are discussing atheists was explained in the last chapter. But do atheists want to speak to God? If they do not believe, why do they want to talk? Even if they talk to God, they may not agree that they spoke to Him. In fact, most of us who believe in God also are similar to atheists. Because we do not have a common definition or understanding of God, even if we find God, we not recognize Him as we discussed earlier. So it is better we discuss atheists before I talk about few individuals who are considered God by some people, do not accepted by all. As far as non-believers are concerned, they are like atheists. For example, many Muslims do not believe in idols and they consider Hindus as kafirs, non-believers. So also those believe in one form of God think others are non-believers who worship other form of gods. It was not uncommon, in man places, one tribe consider other tribe enemies because they worship a different form of God. In India, with thousands of years of civilization, Sanatana Dharma believes in plural forms of God. Some monotheistic religions like Christianity also have some worshipping Mary, some Yuva and accept Christ as Son of God, while many more consider Jesus as Christ. If atheists believe they have inner voice, I will say inner voice is like in a net through which we are all connected. Like a standalone personal computer is a memory and operating system, we also have memory and language. But we have additional intuition which is like Wi-Fi connection. If so, we can get more information through internet if we are connected to internet. Hence the knowledge acquired through our fists hand experience is limited while we can have access to universal knowledge. If it is acceptable to atheists, they can proceed to read this book. Or they may stop at purifying their heart and develop human values like truth, love, non-violence and peace which are good and accepted by all human beings as prerequisite to happy and peaceful living. Now I will be discussing